We're starting today above Surprise View. From here the landscape feels wide, open and full of options. And that's the thread for this episode, how we shift between macro and micro navigation as the terrain changes beneath our feet. Up here, navigation is broad and you're using the shape of the land and the line of the edge and the position of the tours. It's all macro, long views, simple bearings, clear features. This is the kind of terrain where you can lift your head and let the landscape guide you. Here's a small decision point. Two paths drop towards Hathersage, one steeper and more direct, the other contouring gently around the slope. What's a smart risk choice? Both will get you there, but each has a trade-off. The direct line is quicker, but the gradient is loose underfoot. The contouring line is longer but steadier and easier to manage. Oh, it's nice and warm. And from here, just behind my shoulder, you can see Stanage. That was the last episode. Well, this is where navigation starts to shift scale. You zoom in just enough to choose the line that suits conditions, your energy and the ground beneath you. As we descend the path through these little woods near the side of Hathersage, in the village and the fields around it, navigation becomes a conversation between map and the human landscape. Rights of way, walls, gates, boundaries, all guide your movement. Still macro, but the details matter more. You're reading the landscape at a human scale. Ooh, loving it today. It is absolutely glorious. Again, I think I picked one of the best days of the week. And look how the sunshine is bouncing off Surprise View where we've just been. Up there, looking nice. As we continue our path through the woods down towards Hathersage. Looking back and just here, this is a great example of how a path, well worn, this actually leads you into a small old quarry, and the path itself is the one that leads up here to the right as you come down. So if your head was down in not reading the map, easy mistake to make. Well, we've walked through what was quite a busy Hathersage and we've now joined the river, and here where we thought it might be quite boggy, it's actually not too bad and the ground's quite even and the paths are really clear. Here the ground has started to become quite uneven and the paths have started to twist and your attention starts to shift a little closer. This is where micro-navigation begins, choosing your lines through roots and mud and narrow sections, adjusting your pace to the ground rather than the horizon. Here in Padley Gorge, it pulls your awareness right down to your feet. The terrain is constantly changing. Wet rock, dry rock, angled slabs, exposed roots, desire lines that split and rejoin. You can tell we're going uphill, I got a bit of a dab on. Here the map gives you direction, but the terrain decides the detail. Water, I think. Well, as we climb out of the gorge, the world widens again. The noise drops, the sight lines return, and the navigation shifts back to the bigger picture. This is the moment to lift your head, reconnect with the landscape, and let the open ground guide you again.